Number 3 in the indicator range is Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. And this is one of these movies that I put off for the longest while. Has a bit of a reputation about it, and I was just a good reputation, and I was just I'm not really in the mood for a kind of social race drama type of movie. I just never quite felt like it, and I put the movie on eventually. I was pleasantly surprised to discover that it's, yes, about that, but done in a really interesting way. Stanley Kramer directs this one, and the basic crux of the movie is you get Sidney Poitier as John Prentice, who is been on holiday, bumped into this woman, fell in love with her in a whirlwind romance. They've decided they want to get married. They're going to go away and do it, but they have to go and meet his fiance's parents to get a seal of approval, and then they're just going to go away and live their life. The one little problem is the fact that they're mixed race, and in this certain time in the movie, that's going to cause a bit of a problem. John's fiancée, Joanna, is quite happy about this. Her parents are pretty liberal. She's sure it's going to be no problem, and they just go to meet them. And these two are played by Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn as Matt and Christina. And just the group of 4 actors who will be joined with other actors throughout the movie, but these 4 in particular are just absolutely fantastic in the roles that they have here. And you have these 2 parents, particularly Katharine Hepburn, who is utterly wonderful at the start. You kind of see the shock as she's introduced to her daughter's fiancé, and you think she's going to go in one direction, but after a small period of time you kind of see her just snap out of it and just accept things the way they are. Her husband, however, is of a different disposition. He kind of just sees a future fraught with problems for this couple, and is kind of battling inside himself throughout the movie as to whether he should agree or disagree to this. And you get John at the heart of this, who is, by all accounts, the perfect partner. He's got a great job, he's got a great track record, he seems to be a very settled individual, a doctor who's working for the World Health Organization, doing lots of good work around the world. It just seems to be that problem of colour that comes up. The way the movie delivers its message is through great interaction between the characters. Yes, it has race at the heart of most of the scenes, but it doesn't seem front and foremost. It seems to be more discussion and getting into the characters. And throughout the fullness of the movie, you really feel like you discover all 4 of these characters. Joanna's probably the one that's least discovered throughout it, but John, Matt and Christina are just fully delved into, and you get an idea of all these characters and how they're feeling, their turmoil, and you get some delightful interplay with sporadic comedy moments split in throughout the movie as well. Matt is he's just having one of the worst days he possibly can. Everything he touches or does just goes wrong. He's causing accidents, breaking things, ripping things, just because his psyche's been torn in two, because he doesn't really know what to do here. That there is a problem that he sees forthcoming, but he can't really see a way of not hurting somebody throughout this process. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner was absolutely wonderful. I was captivated from the start, and although it gets a little bit heavy and more of the race later on in the movie, it has this kind of light and airy breeze about it, which is really interesting considering the time period it came out, where it must have been a really tough subject matter to tackle, and tackle it in such a different way than you've seen before. And it does seem kind of pertinent today in certain aspects, although not as pronounced as it was back then. But in the current climate where race seems to be becoming more of an issue again for some reason or another, it's probably fun to go back and check out this movie, which just has utterly wonderful performances, a really great tale at the heart of it, and a group of characters who, at the end of it, there's nobody at fault. You just kind of like them all. They've dialogued it out. They've spoken, they've dealt with everything. You get some just wonderful performances. Spencer Tracy in his last performance is just riveting as Matt, as he kind of has a lot to chew over. Katharine Hepburn is just awesome in every scene. I really grew to like her. I wasn't too sure at the start, but throughout the movie, she really grew on me. There's a wonderful scene where a person that works for her just comes in, is out of order, and she gets sacked. And then she walks in the house, and her daughter's just like, "Mum, you shouldn't take that. You should be sacking that woman." And she just goes, "Oh, you're too harsh. You get that from your dad," and walks away. But it's a complete... It just shows you how the daughter and mother really do relate together. It's a funny moment as well, but everything seems connected and layered. They feel like honest and true human beings. They feel three-dimensional. They feel complex, and it comes out in the movie, but it comes out in a fun, easy to watch manner, where I watched this movie and I had a smile on my face all the way through. I just loved all the interplay, the conversations, the direction, the way the movie went was just hilarious and fun. There's a moment where the housekeeper comes in to talk to John at one point, and the camera just does this sharp angle while she's like having a rant at him, and as it finishes, it just kind of turns back, and it's nice little touches like this that just elevated the movie for me. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner was brilliant, absolutely fantastic. I loved it. I thought it was a terrifically entertaining movie. I've read some reviews that people say it's dated. I just don't care. I found it engrossing, captivating, funny, endearing. Like I said, it's a movie where ideology is more of a antagonist than anything else, and at the end of the movie you get a really heartfelt, content finish to this, where you feel the characters are all in a good standing and a better place. Wonderful film. If you haven't seen Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, you really need to check it out. I put it off for the longest while, expecting one movie, and I kind of got what I expected, but delivered to me in a far greater and better way than what I expected. Great. Have you seen it? Let me know your opinion of the movie in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.